We'll start with Justin Williams, please.
Mace, apologies for hitting you with a two-parter, but what can you tell us about Keith Williams, and then what was just the plan for the rest of you guys there down the stretch in the second half?
Yeah, Keith, he's still being evaluated for an injury, and so I can't say much on that. I don't know much about what's going on. And then what was the second part? Sorry.
Knowing you guys didn't have him, what was, especially all you young guys, what was the talk and the approach going down the stretch that second half?
Yeah, we came into so I didn't even know he was hurt, and then all of a sudden I'm looking around the locker room, and Coach B's like, if we don't have him, we'll be fine. And just kind of the message was like, we've kind of battled adversity the whole season, and we've been better because of it. And so this was nothing different. And so I'm just really proud of everyone for the way we responded. And some guys stepped up down the stretch for sure. Keep Keith's season alive.
We'll go next to Brendan Seho, please.
Hey, Mason, the young guys on this team just coming together down the last month of the season after that COVID pause. I mean, you guys have saved the season. It feels like having these big games. What is it like to be one win away from an NCAA tournament berth with this freshman group?
Man, I mean, if you told me like 2 months ago that this is where we were going to be, not that I wouldn't have believed it, but it just, at that time, it probably seemed far-fetched, right? But I think like going into that pause, it was a little bit like we can't take anything for granted once we get back to playing, because I think there's a little bit of that going through the season, and it's a long season obviously for everyone. And so I think like the days go by and you just kind of like you just gloss over every day. And I think like having that break kind of refocused us on what was important, and to be able to do it with like you'd be pressed to find a closer team than we are, I think, just on and off the floor. Like it's been really fun.
Go next to Jeremy Rauch, please.
Mason, first of all, what are your emotions like right now, and what was the celebration like inside the locker room?
Yeah, I was gonna start this with like, if my answers are a little scattered, it's because my brain isn't all there right now, because we obviously just got off the floor and that was really exciting. So I don't know. For this to be the first time I do this, I'm sorry if the answers are scattered, but the locker room was crazy, really fun, obviously. But we know we have to refocus. Like, we're going to enjoy this one for the next couple hours. But obviously, being in the position we're in, there's a quick turnaround tomorrow against either Memphis or Houston, two really good teams. So
we'll go next to Chad Brindell, please.
Mason, take me through your emotions, both when Jeremiah came down with that offensive rebound off the free throw, and then when the ball is in the air from Tariq Gilbert right as the clock expires.
Man, they're probably on two different ends of the spectrum. Like when JD got that board, obviously that's big time. Because I don't know if you guys could see it. Like, I don't know what the camera was like on TV, but like they were fighting for position, because Udeze was just going back and forth because JD was trying to get the smaller guy so that he had a chance to get the rebound. And then Udeze ended up getting like on the same side as JD, and it really didn't matter because JD came away with the board anyway. So I told him like it didn't matter. That was obviously big time. And then when that shot was in there, I've had a couple of those in my career. This is obviously the biggest stage, but it's like slow motion. Like there are thoughts going through your head. Like if my season ends like this, like you don't want to go through that. And everyone from the bench said it looked good. I thought it looked good. And then obviously it came out the rim, and that was one of the better feelings I've ever felt. So.
Go back to Justin Williams, please.
Mason, you had a couple big threes in that second half and another kind of mid-range jumper. For a freshman, are you as calm on the inside as it looks on the outside in those moments?
I'd say for the most part, probably. Obviously, there's a little bit like this whole year. I don't like. There have just been parts where I'm like, I don't know if this will ever be normal to me. You know, just playing at the stage and like getting a police escort is crazy. Like I think about it every time. I'm like, wow, I don't think I'll ever get used to this. And so obviously, like on the inside, there's a little bit of me that's like, wow, I just did that. But obviously, like I've put in the work, and I've got good people around me that give me open shots. Like Dave made a big time pass in the corner, and obviously I don't get that without him making that play. So my job's pretty easy. I just catch and shoot. So for the most part.
Okay, we'll take the last one from Chad Brindell, please.
Mason, you started the season injured and took a little while to get back into a flow. Take me through this kind of last 6 weeks for you, where you've gone from, you know, a spot minute guy to a guy that leads the team in scoring in the conference semifinals.
Yeah, I think like this has been one of the most trying years I've been a part of, just for many reasons, obviously. And like lots of people are going through, or everyone's going through COVID, obviously, and that makes it hard. And then to be injured was hard too. But just to get back to where I finally feel healthy, it's definitely a relief. And then just to be able to be at the stage with like the dudes I play with, and it's really an honor, to be honest. Like to be at Cincinnati, obviously just historic basketball school. So, and then like you said, like to lead the team in scoring, I didn't even know that was the case. Like we must have been really balanced because I only had 10, I think. So you could have brought anyone in here, to be honest. But no, it's really cool. It is really cool.
Mason, thanks for giving us a few minutes. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Better
Mason.
wipe that seat down, Mason.